night, man. So I haven't gone live in God knows how long, man. Should be playing Skyrim right now. Nope. I decided to come on here and say hi to everybody and stuff like that too. And I do want to get into the McFarlane Batmobile again. So this is like a hi. What's up? What's going on? Nice to meet you guys. Thank you for subscribing. All that fancy stuff. Some of the goals and some of the updates I want to do for this channel. Some of the targets I'm going to try to hit this year, this new 2026 year going on. Yeah, fun stuff. These live streams don't really do me justice or anything like that because, like, last time I used my phone and somehow I recorded long ways. I got a lot of views and stuff like that, but it wasn't fun because, I don't know, it was just weird. And then there was another one, somehow I didn't save the live stream, so it's what it is, right? So before I start just yapping away and talking and stuff like that too, so I got this really cool Christmas gift, right? It's different from everything I've ever seen. I'm a huge Power Ranger fan, right? I know I'm going to talk about McFarlanes stuff in here, but I have to show this thing off, right? It was custom made by my sister-in-law's sister. So I don't know what that would be or whatever, but it's a little paper mache of the Green Ranger, man. That thing is so cool, man. Even the paint scheme and stuff on it too. So literally it's like 20 plus papers up here just wrapped around. I believe this is like 40 papers. It's like paper mache kind of stuff or whatever though, but then they painted over it. It's creative, and to me that was really thoughtful, and I was like, that hits right here. I'm a big JDF fan, you know. I miss them, rest in peace, man. The GOAT of Power Rangers, what got me into Power Rangers. And I've always loved the Green Ranger as I cosplay as the White and Green Ranger at one time. So I had to show this off. This is just too cool not to show off to. So this will go on my Green Ranger shelf eventually. So, but it was just sitting in the box. I was like, time to show it off. So, but yeah, so I'm going to try to do, a lot of people are like, what's your channel about? Overall, 100%. Toys, collectible, stuff like that too. Stuff, I go out there and I find stuff. I'll buy stuff. I buy a lot of stuff. Big Bad Toy Store, McFarlane, obviously a lot lately. And it's like, what are you going to do with it? I thought you were doing eBay. I thought you were doing reviews. I thought you were doing toy unboxings. I thought you were doing toy hauls. Why is your cat in this picture? How come I see your niece over here, you know, and stuff like that too. So I have tons of playlists. To me, it's like a journal of my life in a way, which is pretty freaking cool. So, but overall, I'm trying to do this like scheduling type thing too. I started this weekend, right? So every Saturday about 10:30, I'm going to have an eBay related video come out weekly, 10:30 a.m. in the morning. So that's the time I usually make a lot more sales on eBay and stuff like that too, which is fine. I don't mind that. That's works for me, and it can marinate all weekend and stuff like that too. And that's when a lot of people are out there doing their eBay hunting, they're finding all the cool stuff or whatever to post on eBay. And that's probably when the most traffic is too. So I'm gonna have a designated day for eBay. So it's like an eBay kind of weekend thing, and I'll be showing off some of the stuff I sell. Like I sell a lot of collectibles and stuff, a lot of stuff behind me. Eventually, once it gets dusty and I kind of get bored with it, I rotate it to make space to, you know, get more stuff. So, you know, so I eventually, most of my stuff will be on eBay at Toymension, which sales have been okay. I've been going through a lot of Matchbox cars, a lot of figures. I've been putting out a lot of kind of broken figures, man. It's depressing. I've been trying to lot up some weapons and stuff like that too. There's stuff on eBay. I'm like, this thing's not going to sell or whatever, but you'd be surprised. I stick it on there and it's gone. So cool with me. So, and then I'm going to try to do for people that want to get to know me a little bit. Like I might have some family member friends or whatever that want to keep up with me too. I'm going to do a Throwback Thursday kind of thing where I talk about military related stuff, or it could be my health, my well-being, my first girlfriend, you know, it could be anything like that. It could be my pets or something like that too. Family oriented, just random stuff that's more personal to me, where you get to know me a little bit better and stuff like that too, which is cool. So I like that. Throwback Thursdays. I was trying to come up with something catchy for the eBay thing, But those two are set in stone right now. So this is going to be like not just one niche like McFarlane or Power Rangers or toys overall. It's like I said, it's gonna be like kind of like a diary slash my life, Toymension life, all wrapped into one, all in videos. So just about anything about me will pretty much be on this thing. I try not to mess with social media too much. I do play around on Instagram a good bit or whatever too, but it's usually I'm just trying to make connections and stuff out there too. There's a guy actually I'm trying to get a hold of too. So I'm recently in a wheelchair because I had a lower stroke in my back, right? So I want to get a Funko Pop customized as I'm in my recovery because they're trying to get my niece to call me Uncle Hot Wheels, which I think is pretty funny. So, and I would like to get a version of me sitting in a wheelchair, Uncle Hot Wheels. So, because that's what I really started my eBay with was, well, originally it was Power Rangers and stuff like that too, but it's been Hot Wheels. I've been selling tons of Hot Wheels last year too. So this year on eBay, I'm going to try to expand and I want to do more stuff with it too. So those two things every week. Expect a throwback Thursday. It's going to come, I don't know, maybe like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock p.m. But it's going to be something based on me. So it's for more loved ones or people that want to get to know me or see what I'm about. Or, you know, I'll talk about why I like the Green Ranger when I first met him sort of thing too, you know, JDF. Or the story of when I almost met Stephen Amell, but I was actually working at that Comic-Con instead because I couldn't leave my booth. There's so many cool stories out there too that I would want to talk about, but that's what Thursdays are going to be about, is about me, my well-being, anything about me kind of thing. You know, like I said, military background, all that stuff too, you know, good, bad times, whatever. eBay for the weekend. So, but every day though, I should be putting out something toy related. This is a toy channel. It's a collectibles channel. So you will be getting shorts. You will be getting toy unboxings, toy reviews. I don't really do toy reviews. I do more just unboxing, just showing it off. Say, look what I got now. So then I put it on the shelf. Later on, I cycle it through eBay. Boom. There's my life cycle with that stuff too. So, but yeah. So I do want to get into this McFarlane car. I had mixed reviews of my video. It has like over 1,000 views on it. There's some negatives, some positives, saying it's worth too much money. It's not worth it. It's almost like the Spin Masters, which I do have the Spin Masters Batwing because I didn't want to pay for the McFarlane Batwing. Spin Master I got for $35. Pretty good deal, I think. Got rid of the Barbie doll size Batman with it. Just pretty much gave it away and stuff like that too. But there is a huge difference between McFarlane stuff and you guys are like, shut up, show the dang thing. So, but there's a huge difference between McFarlane stuff and the Spin Master stuff too. So, but my Batwing is way up there, so I'm not digging that out. So it's buried back there behind all that stuff too. So behind the dinosaurs and stuff. So, but anyways, we are going to go ahead and check this guy out too and talk about some of the complaints. So I did do a video not too long ago. So I had a customer service problem with this thing, right? So when I unboxed it, when I did my unboxing video on it, I did not get my wings on it, right? So I reached out to customer service, and customer service was like, can you send us pictures? So I took pictures of everything, like tons of pictures, empty boxes, empty packages, everything like that. And I was like, I don't see how you're going to see if the wings are missing. And I was like, they're not on the ground. They're not anywhere. So I sent him my unboxing video through the customer support at Tom McFarlane's, McFarlaneToys.com or whatever it is, right? And the guy watched my video, most of it. He was, you don't have to send it, but I was like, make sure you subscribe. And I don't think he subscribed, but whatever. If you did, hi. So, but anyways, I got my wings in maybe a week later. So that was freaking cool. I'm happy I got my wings in. So they were pretty cool. They just pretty much just snap in there. So I was doing it one-handed with my left hand when I was trying to install them. So my little short video on putting them in was pretty rough. So, but this guy, man, it's heavy, has some good weight on it, and it looks cool. And also with this thing too, man, up close and personal, there's marks all over too, like battle marks and stuff, like when he's riding really fast. And one of the complaints somebody said, well, someone was just being a smart mouth to me, right? And was like, I don't see how that's aerodynamic. That looks aerodynamic to me. He was plowing through stuff. Are we watching the same movie? He was plowing through stuff in Batman vs. Superman and all that stuff too. It was like, yeah, I mean, to me, I call the rocket tank the Nolan Batman. So that Nolan Batman is actually a rocket tank. This looks more like a sports car, right? So it's just more tactical, more slick, more stealthy like. That's what it looks like to me too. And it has a really cool whistling sound. It doesn't have like a jet engine going off too. So it does have a little flame, little thing going with it and stuff. But there's a huge difference in those cars, man. So this one to me is stealthy. I don't care what anybody says. This is stealthy. I think the quietest one, actually, for the most part, was the Michael Keaton one for the most part, because he had like a more of a turbine engine going on. So, but this is my first McFarlane car, so that's probably why I'm talking highly about it, though. But this is my favorite Batmobile too, and people were like, "This thing's not worth the money." So I got the level 5 tier, right? It came with the autograph thing behind me, right? Came with the black and white action figures. It came with Batman and his lights, right? So if you look now on eBay, people are trying to sell a Batman and the light for like $150. They're trying to sell this thing by itself for $300. Talk about inflation. And I'm not sure how many of these were made. I don't know if you can buy these separate, on his website, or you actually had to buy them when you were in his tier and stuff like that too. So I think I had a win here too, man. It's just makes sense to me. It's gorgeous, man, and it's heavy. It's big. One complaint I have, it doesn't turn, but the wheels do spin. I like it, and they are rubber tires. They spin, not bad. And it does come with the other cover here, but I don't use it. I like to use the one with the big cannon on it too. It just looks freaking cool too. And someone gave me crap in my video, like, because I was literally trying to open it up like this. Like I said, this is my first Batmobile, right? So I was trying to pull it up. I was lifting up on here, and I felt like I was going to break it or whatever too, right? So later on, I took kind of a break, and I hit the button and realized, oh, I'm stupid. Look at me. And the guy was like just being an a-hole, man, in my comments or whatever. I just kind of ignore that dude. But I didn't know, man. I didn't know. That's why it's called unboxing. You figure it out that way, right? So, but it's my first time having a car like this too. So you press the cool button, it pops open. I did not know that. So forgive me for not being a toy reviewer. I'm an unboxer, if anything. So, but I do like this. It surprised me with the magnets. Spin Master doesn't have that stuff, right? Spin Master doesn't have all the accessories, right? Spin Master doesn't have the details in the car, right? Like, like I said, the Batwing I have from Spin Master is legit plastic, but it looks good. To me, $189 for the whole level 5 stuff or whatever, and people are trying to sell this now for like $300 on eBay. Like I said, inflation and stuff we get to. They're out of their freaking mind, man. And this came with accessories and stuff. This would be cool, though, if it had light-up stuff. I do back people up that were saying, oh, there's no light-up stuff on here, too. But to me, the $189 for all this stuff was way worth it, man. So I don't care what you say or whatever. I mean, you can be mad at me all you want about it or have your own opinion, but to each your own, right? But to me, this is a win, man. And I plan on holding on to this for a while. I kept the box. I kept all the cool stuff with it, too. I'm just glad with the customer service. I got my wings, so that's why I had to re-show it off again, man. It's just too freaking cool, and I forgot it has the rocket launcher thing on here too. So, but I like the slick, stealthy-looking machine gun going on there too. So, I like it. I like it too. Now it is cool. It's pretty detailed and stuff, but I would like it if it did have some like maybe painting and stuff like that too. I'm not a custom painter, but I'm sure there's gonna be people out there that's gonna be customizing it and make this look really freaking cool. So. If you know anybody like that, please leave me a comment about that because maybe I'll connect with a guy like, hey man, hook me up. So, but I did do a model. Of one of these, and it was like a light gray and stuff like that too. And I painted the wheels gold. So maybe I'll bring that up in a video sometime. But like I said, I love this stupid thing. The only reason I like Michael Keaton's Batman because it's Michael Keaton. I love that Batman, and that's the Batman I grew up with. And there's something about Ben Affleck, man, and his stuff. The Snyder World, man. Like I said, with this whole Netflix deal going on, supposedly Netflix is, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard they bought it. So there's a guy talking about King Kong and Godzilla now that they're afraid that franchise might kind of go under because the King Kong and Godzilla stuff make money at the theaters, right? So if they're throwing it on Netflix, after maybe 17 days or whatever it is, and I'm hearing they're going to keep the 45-day thing or whatever, they're not going to make the full box office money and stuff like that too. So, but the bonus with it too is they will bring this stuff back, and I hope they just keep everything else Elseworld DC going, bring the DCEU back, let James Gunn do his thing over there, then let bring some animated stuff back too, maybe throw the Arrowverse back in there too, just have fun with it, and just keep it going, man. So that was pretty freaking cool. So yeah, I have my nice little display up there. I do got to get me a Superman up here too. I want to get in the black suit, so. And that's what I'm going to get to here in a minute. So now we know McFarlane is losing his rights, or he's letting them go or something like that. Like, I think it's like June or something like that too. Like at the end of, maybe summertime, something like that. So McFarlane is losing his, able to keep his multiverse going because someone else is going to be taking over, I think Mattel or something like that or whatever. So I look back at some of those toys. They were okay. I like the McFarlane stuff. A lot of the people do not like the McFarlane stuff because it's old. It has the pegs and all that stuff in there too. I like it, and it's constant. There's always new stuff coming out with McFarlane, and he overwhelms us. He swamps us. There's so much to keep up with too. Well, that's the magic of it. Get what you want. Build your team. Build the Justice League. Yeah, the Justice League's huge and stuff like that too, man. But I'm going to start hunting these. That's my goal for this year too, is to get as much McFarlane stuff as I can. And I'm not trying to be like a scalper or anything like that too, but I'm going to find stuff. I'm going to try to find her in the box, for example. I'm going to try to find the original Wonder Woman, the Wonder Woman with the gold wings and stuff from, Wonder Woman 2. I'm going to try to find Superman with the black suit, the traditional suit. I'm going to even get the Batman that I'm not really big with the goggles. Come on. I'm just going to get bunch of stuff like that too. Anything DCE related, and a lot of that stuff's worth some money now. But there's a couple toy stores and stuff like that actually go by the $25, $35 price tag. They're not going off eBay prices. So look in those places. Trust me on that. So yeah, I'm gonna start stacking these things like crazy. And I wish I was stacking like my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Lightning collection too. They literally, to me, they just cut those off. At least with McFarlane, we have a timeline. We have an idea. It's just like, I feel like they just shut down the whole Lightning collection and didn't complete nothing. And I have a few completed teams. It's depressing. And the ones I'm looking for now, like the remastered stuff, I saw them at GameStop for like $30 or something like that. Now they're like $150 or something like that, just for like the Red Ranger with the gold shield. I'm like, dang it, because I need him. I need the Red Ranger with the gold shield. Got the Green Ranger. I have the other 4. I'm good on that. So, but the other sad thing was they didn't have completed teams. So McFarlane at least is pushing stuff out still. He has a deadline, he has a timeline, and the public knows about it. So as long as they keep going, I'll be happy with that. So then what's the other thing? McFarlane, Justice League. McFarlane's going to be my big focus. Check. And like I said, I'm always going to be a toy channel. So, but I need to figure out what I want to watch kind of thing. So I'm trying to put my mind in, like, as if I'm you guys, what do I want to watch? I don't care to know about this guy just running his mouth right here in front of me, though. But I do have some people that follow me. It could be family members. It could be people in high school. Just some people. There's some people that make fun of me, like, oh, this guy, he collects action figures. I'm gonna find out, man. He collects Pokemon cards and stuff like that too. So I'm like, really, dude? So, but I was even talking to my brother about doing like a Magic the Gathering Monday. Play a game or something like that, or unbox some cards or something like that too. But I don't want to overdo it, so I'm just gonna slowly add a routine in. Like right now, like I said, the eBay thing is going to be the weekends, so Saturday pretty much. So it'll be fun. So, and once I'm better in recovery, walking around and stuff like that too, I'm going to do more toy hunting and also antique shopping stuff. What's cool about antique stores too for resellers is you go in there, it's always the same foot traffic going in and out. But when you find something kind of cool, you take it and you stick it on the internet, you're showing it to the world, not just the normal foot traffic. That's what's cool about antique stores. And a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people go into antique stores, oh yeah, whatever. But if you see the stuff in there, there's some cool stuff in there. You put it on the internet, people are gonna, because you have the whole world in, the whole world sees it, like bam, okay, it's sold. So that'd be fun. Then of course, not just the antique videos and stuff like that too, hunting like that for eBay, but also I'm gonna be doing my toy hunt videos too. And I would like to do some like live stream videos where I'm toy hunting and stuff like that too. That would be freaking cool. I've done a few live streams. This is actually my second YouTube channel. My last YouTube channel, I kind of like cut the cord with it. I didn't have the greatest buddy with me, if that makes sense. So this channel is all me right now too. So that's why I just pretty much cut. It used to be just Toymension. Now it's Toymension Life because I threw my life in with it too now. So it's like I said, it's gonna be a little mix of this and that too. But like I said, it's, you know, if you're looking for keeping up with me on eBay stuff or whatever, you'll know the day and know the time to expect that video. If you want to know a little bit about me, you'll know the time and date, or the time and day of the week, and who knows what I'll be talking about too. The toys will just keep coming every day, you know, every night. And sometimes I take screenshots and stuff of Skyrim and stuff like that too. I'm trying to work. Then on the toy side of things, I'm trying to build a comic book thing. So I got this comic book idea I'm trying to do, and I have a little playlist now. I have like 2 or 3 videos right now too, where I have certain characters. I'm trying to keep the 6-inch scale. That's the thing I don't like about scaling's off and stuff. That's McFarlane. I love McFarlane stuff, but I wish they were a little smaller where they can match up to, like I got Red Sonja from Coffin Comics, and I got like, you know, the Marvel Legends, all that stuff too. I put a thing out saying who would win, you know, Red Sonja or Psylocke, because I want to do their fight next too. But I'm trying to build a multiverse story where all these characters exist in one world. The Power Rangers, Godzilla, there's an island of dinosaurs. All these characters exist, and they all just kind of get shoved together, almost like a Secret Wars type thing. That's my idea, is kind of thing. All these characters just shoved together. So I started off with one character fighting another character, and then it was Spider-Man jumping into Gwen Stacy's Spider-Gwen's world too. That's what the end of the clip. It's only like a minute long, but it's Spider-Man. I thought you were dead, and Spider-Man's like, "Oh, well, I'm here." So I have that going on. Then it jumps. Then I'm going to jump to. It's to like I think it's like a Power Ranger and somebody else battling it out. No, I got Cammy fighting Scorpina. Then there's another clip like that too. So I'm going to put all these things together and try to make my own like comic book kind of thing too. So each section is going to be like a minute of different people fighting. Then these people are going to be crossing over into each other's, you know, not worlds because they're all together, but they're all going to meet. Like Scorpina kept saying Power Ranger to Cammy in there. That's the hint. So my next part with that is kind of a spoiler thing, is Cammy is going to be meeting probably the Yellow Ranger or something like that, or maybe the Pink Ranger, to help her out, because I think she's going to have Cogs or something like that attack, because I don't really have the putties right now. So Cogs are going to attack her, then the Power Ranger is going to show up. She goes, "Oh, that's what the Power Ranger is," and they're going to make friends and defeat Scorpina. Then it's going to sidetrack to, I have Captain America fighting a Tango Warrior, you know, whatever. That one's actually a funny one. I actually like that one too. But all these are going to intertwine together where all these characters are going to meet each other. That's the whole point and goal of that too. So, and I want to do it all year, every so often, throw another one out there where it's a long storyboard where at the very end, they all have one common enemy. And I don't know who that's going to be. I'm winging it. So I do have the Thanos with the glove, but I don't want to use him as a main character too. So I want to do something too where I have like smaller characters too. So we'll have like the Green Ranger fighting somebody, and we'll say this guy gets big or something happens or he calls a monster or some dragon or whatever. Well, the Green Ranger, and I have a smaller figure like that, you know, you'll have like we'll say the Green Ranger of the what do you call it, of Marvel Lightning Collection. Green Ranger calls Dragon Dagger, you know, Dragon Zord comes out of nowhere, and of course then I can scale it up real quick and have a little Green Ranger guy like this and a Dragon Zord, and they have them battle out and just have a little background like cities or something like that too. Everything's gonna tie together. I want one world with everything on there too. So freaking cool, man. And like I said, I'm gonna tie all these stories together too, and I can't wait for springtime to do it, because this would be more fun outside with natural lighting, natural background kind of stuff though. But I'm just rambling on about that too. But that's my little pride and joy for the year, my little project I'm going to do too, because I actually want it like to be its own full movie in a way. But like I said, minute, just random fighting and keep like the little comic book stuff going. But yeah, it's called it's on my playlist. with Project Comics or something like that, Comic Project or Project Comics book or something like that. But anyways, I'm slacking off on it too. So, but I've been buying more toys and stuff. So, but yeah, so I need some more ideas though. I need to, so like I said, I got my Throwback Thursdays. Then I have my eBay day, right? So I already started my eBay thing, and I'm gonna keep that going. So every Saturday, 10:30, if you're keeping up my eBay stuff, that's what you look for that day. And I'm gonna do an intro video where once I get this down and figure out what I'm gonna be doing with my channel and stuff like that too. Like Throwback Thursdays, we'll be starting this one. So I'll be telling about one day when I was in Korea, hungover, walking home, where I could be talking about boohooing about my first girlfriend in 10th grade or something like that, or the day my car broke down, or when I was deployed in Afghanistan, or one day I was, out toy hunting, or this bad steak I got, one time. I mean, just, it could be anything, but it'll be about me, or it could be a little history about me, or it could be about my well-being and stuff like that, or it could be about me, how I'm getting better from my recovering from my little stroke and I'm walking better. Because I miss my cosplay stuff too, man. And so, like, I got a story about my Green Ranger cosplay. That's why I don't advertise it. Is so the toy store I was working at back in Tennessee, this guy helped me out, and he wanted to borrow my Green Ranger outfit. He owned the helmet. I did not have the helmet. So I said, sure, no problem. Give it back to me in about a week or so. And then I made plans with him to meet up at like this, it's called like Cumberland River or something like that. It's outside of Clarksville, Tennessee, but it has really cool scenic stuff too. So I was going to dress as the White Ranger because I have all that get up, right? He was going to be the Green Ranger. We were going to have like a cosplay battle kind of thing right there. And I already had a cameraman kind of lined up too. That guy ghosted me, man. And I never see my Green Ranger stuff again too, man. Like stories like that too. I want to be talking about my throwback days and stuff like that too. That really hurt my feelings, man. That's why I don't like to lend stuff out. You can't really count on anybody or trust anybody like that, man. That was not cool. So, but what can you do, man? What can you do? So, but besides that, man, I need some more ideas of what kind of stuff, like, and I'm gonna start trying to figure that out. Like, what days should I do other types of videos for? Because I want to do a schedule. It's gonna be like that for the rest of the year unless I change something else. And if I do change something else, I'll let you guys know. But I'm excited for it, man. It's cool, and I'm hoping this channel blows up, man. Before you know it, and I'm making plans before you know it. I'm hanging out with Stephen Amell. He's like on my podcast, yeah, whatever. So, but so many plans, so many ideas and stuff, so much you can do, and me just chilling in a wheelchair right now currently, it's not fun. So that's why I've been harassing you guys and playing with a lot of toys and stuff like that too. So I do have a toy hunt, and it's gonna be mostly McFarlanes stuff coming up really soon. I'm just gonna go in there and start buying up some McFarlane type stuff. I think certain characters are gonna be worth a few bucks in the future, so I recommend looking for, especially like the Snyderverse type stuff. Maybe Batman Beyond. The Batman Begins stuff, I believe that is going to be worth some money too. Characters like that, I believe, will be money makers because, think about it. One of my favorite storylines was the Red Death series from the Dark Metal Earth or whatever. And as soon as that comic book came out, it was like in its prime, slowly growing, right? McFarlane released the Flash versus the Red Death. Then you also had the other characters, stuff like that too. So certain characters like that. And if you look at the Red Death now, he's like, I think he sells for like 50, 70 bucks, give or take, or whatever. Maybe, give or take. I sold mine. I sold him by himself, I think for like $45 last year. So he might be worth some more money now too. So, but a lot of those type of characters and stuff like that too. I know he likes to use the same molds and stuff like that too. Like that's probably like, Flash's body is probably the same as somebody else's, but the fact is these characters are not going to be made anymore, and these other Mattel or whoever is taking over is probably going to go back to 6-inch status or whatever. So, and eventually these things are going to start drying up at different stores. They're going to start disappearing off shelves, and it's going to be like kind of sad, to see those things go. So I recommend picking some of that stuff up too. I'm going to go to this place called Jay's down the road for me. And they have McFarlane stuff, man, for like $25, $27. And you look for like the black suit Spider-Man, black suit Batman, right? Black Suit Superman. I'm sidetracking. Figure Fight Club. AB, hi. What's up, Abe? So I went to school with that dude. He's a cool dude. So, but anyways, so yeah, he's like $27 last time I looked or whatever. And you look on eBay, you know, he's probably up there. He's probably $100, man. People, you know, scalper types or whatever. Like I said, go out there, try to pick some of them up, but get the ones that resonate to you, man. Try not to be a hoarder like me. That's why I turned into an eBay store, man. I have so much crap. So I actually want to expand that too, and maybe get some kind of like office type space or storage unit type thing or whatever. But that's a plan for another time, man. So, but anyways, I'm just running my mouth. I just want to get off here and say hi, and hope you guys are doing well. And thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.